your homes. Welcome back to another Illustrator tutorial, and in this tutorial I will explain to you what a logo grid is and how to use one for your efficient better improvement of your projects in Illustrator. And let's begin. In case you don't know what a logo grid is a group of geometric shapes that together form a complex geometric or non-geometric shape. It's not necessarily a logo grid, although a logo is the most common form of use of this kind of grid, but it can be used for other complex structures as well. The idea is to divide the complex structure of the logo into as many simple geometric shapes as possible and have a more organized, more calculated subdivision of the structure. Using a golden ratio for the comparison is a good idea, because the golden ratio is a natural order thing that our eyes find naturally aesthetic. And a trick for using a good logo grid is to use vector shapes in the Illustrator with the outline on, like zero fill and just the outline. The benefit of it is that you can see whatever all the shapes that the group of shapes is forming, and then once the structure is ready, once you have gone as close as possible as the free-form structure that you initially created, you can just use the shape builder tool and form the logo as a single complete structure. And in this case you can see that we are creating a combination of two letters from a typeface called Bodoni Moda. It's for a brand called Lookbook. It's a client of mine, and I'm currently handling a branding project which is almost done, and this is the structure. And once I have gone as close as possible, I'm using rectangles and circles because that's all the structure needs. There is no other structure subdivision of the structure, and I am making sure that everything connects with something else. Like a letter form for ease of read in a longer form doesn't have equal gaps, etc. It more focuses on a visual in a visual way, not in a calculated way. So I'm correcting that. And if you notice that there are few different lengths and widths that I am repeating all around. There you can see there are quite a few circles, but there is only two different diameters. And now once the grid is ready, what we'll do is we'll use the shape builder tool, of which the shortcut is Shift plus M, and then combine the shapes that together form the main logo. All you need to do is, with the grid selected, press and drag the shape builder tool over the small components that together form the logo. With the L done, now we are going on the B, and you can do it in small gaps to make sure you don't lose much of a data when you make some short mistakes. And one important rule to follow in any logo grid is to stick to as less variation of shapes as possible. Like use the same shape with the same dimensions and properties and repeat it wherever possible. Of course, there are some limitations to this rule, that it's not always possible to use the same shape, but simplify and reduce the numbers to as small value as possible. And we missed a part earlier, so we're just correcting it. And once again you notice that I used the ratios from earlier shapes. And now once again let's try creating the logo. Simple, it's Shift plus M, and the shortcut for redo is Command plus Z in Mac and Control plus Z in Windows. And the beauty of using a logo grid instead of just the original structure you created in more of free form is that it's more aligned to the geometric shape, the natural order, and the general aesthetics that our eyes are tuned to like by the natural default. And with also that, this simplifies the logo structure, reduces the number of anchor points that you might have, which makes the logo more scalable and more usable in a larger number of occasions in the long run, which is good. The more scalable a logo is, the better it is. And once you have combined the shape, you can just select the combined shape and fill it up instead of the outline mode. The shortcut is Shift plus X, and just bring it out and check what you have done. And that's how you use a logo grid. Let's just look back what we created and the difference and the parts that the logo, although it looks simple, has, and how it compares to the grid. And done. Well, thanks a lot for watching the tutorial. I hope you found it useful and will use it in your future projects. And in case you're wondering what the brand is, it's launching soon in October this year, and I'll share the entire branding project on my PN's profile once it's done. Till then, see you in the next video. Use the comment section to let me know what you think about it, your suggestions, queries, etc. You can check the description link or description area for useful links like link to my other social media platforms, etc. Hope to see you again in the next video. Till then, stay above the ground and